Here we go. Oh, hello, watch enablers, watch addicts, watch obsessives, international watch community. You guys have a lot of passion out there for watches. I think the Seiko Tuna kind of reminded me how passionate men are about watches. It's almost like a religion. It's almost like a religious belief when it comes to men and their watches. It is Christmas Eve. My daughter Julia is home watching My Little Pony because she has a virus. She doesn't want to get her 100-year-old great-grandfather sick at the Christmas Eve brunch. So I'm home with her, and Natalie is with Mom. And so it's time to talk about the latest incarnation of the Seiko Tuna SBBN033 with supposed new improvements. Thicker lume markings, for example. Has the same 5-year quartz battery. So it's been one of the best quartz movements you can get. I don't know if I can even call it a movement, but the battery I've read actually lasts longer than 5 years. I don't know. This particular case is DiaShield. Try to say that again. DiaShield, a proprietary anti-scratch material that goes over the that stainless steel tuna can shroud, and it's supposed to make it more durable. I don't know. I kind of like the sandblasted one of my previous SBBN 017. A little less blingy. But this is fine. I mean, I'm not put off by any suggestion of bling on this, especially on the rubber strap. The rubber strap has presented me with a conundrum, which I'll talk about in a second. So, just to let you know, give you some context, my current collection is 6 watches. For me, the smaller the better. I find, just in terms of anxiety management, having fewer watches, it just feels cleaner in my brain. But you guys are enablers. One of you recently, looking at me unboxing this, said, "McMahon, the SBBN 017 is still available." And you gave me the website and it was a good price. I'm tempted to get that as well. That will ruin my life if I have 2 tunas that are almost the same. Talk me down, man. Talk me down, guys. Do not enable me. I need to be strong. You guys are enablers. You guys are encouraging the addiction. I'm going to turn off this lamp. I'm getting some, there we go. Sorry about that. Turn the lamp off. I noticed the light bulb was shining right into the Hardlex crystal. Oh, another difference between this tuna and the one I had. This one does not have the big crop circle lume markers. The lume markers are big, to be sure, but they're not as big. You're not getting that crop circle right around it. And the Hardlex crystal is not as domed on this one. I miss that big dome. Are you trying to persuade yourself to buy the 017 on that mysterious website that was given to you? No, don't do it, McMahon. Your brain can't handle having 2 of these. No matter how, you know, come on, man. The differences are going to be so slight, you're going to go crazy. So, there are some differences. The enablers are trying to get me to buy the 017. If I did do that, I'd get a end mill bracelet for it. And either I would keep this on the rubber or I'd bling it out with a polished super engineer. But we'll talk about that in a second. The look appeal. Now this is 48 millimeters with a crown, but it plays like a 46. Short lug to lug from north to south. And plays like a 46 on the wrist. Good wrist presence. Looks really good on the rubber. It's like the pure tuna experience. I would call this a very famous look. The tuna can's very famous. I feel I'm at one with this watch. I feel more connected with it on the rubber. I don't know what. When I had my 017 on the Super Engineer, it looked good, really, really good, but there was something about the busy Super Engineer taking attention away from the shroud and the dial. And then, you know, I put it back on the rubber, then I put it back on the Super Engineer. I didn't know what I was doing, man. I was lost in tuna land, man. So, This is a famous look, so famous that I'm going to tell you, this is an identity watch. This is a watch that if you like it, you identify with it. It expresses, you know, your identity. And so for look appeal, I'm giving it an A. Comfort. Well, you know, it feels good on the wrist. The rubber is as comfortable as it gets, but since we're talking about comfort, I've worn this watch now 3 days in a row. And I detected a slight tickle, a slight itch, very slight, on the belly of my wrist and on the palm of my hand. And this is not the first time this has happened to me with rubber watches. So I'm going to wear another 3 days. I'm going to see if that continues or if it's just some neurosis, something in my imagination. But if it continues, I may have to put a polished bracelet on this. That could ruin my life. Yeah, right. Okay, so build quality. Well, this is a Tier 3 watch with Hardlex. It's got a screw-down crown, 5-year quartz battery. It achieves its purpose as a tool or a diver watch. You know, I'd rather have sapphire. I'm giving it an A- or a B+ only because of that. Same thing with build integrity. I'm going to give it an A- or a B+ because I want sapphire. Other than that, you know, they didn't cut corners with a rubber strap. It feels good. And I haven't even taken off that little thing in the back. I need to take that off or else it will rust. It will ruin my whole life. You need to take this off, McMahon. What the heck are you doing? You left that on for 3 days? That's disgusting. All right, it's off. Okay. Whew, now I really own it. You don't really own your watch until you peel that little piece of sticky on the back of it. Now it's officially yours, McMahon, so shut up. Okay, Lume. What can I say about the Lume? I'm a Lume freak. I'm a Lume priest. I love Lume. Best in the business. A. Believe it or not, this is supposed to be thicker and brighter than the 017. I don't know. I think you'll be fine. If you already have an 017 and you're happy with it, you don't need to upgrade the Lume. You're going to be fine in Lume land. Wrist presence. Excellent wrist presence. As I told you, even though it's 48 millimeters, plays more like a 46. I'd say 47 at the most. Value. You can find these right now for about 800 bucks. You got your greedy pigs on eBay trying to get 935 and up on them. Don't do that. These are about 800. I got mine under 8 from an American seller on eBay. But this is the only one he had because I noticed if you want to go at that price point, you're going to have to go to Japan at this moment. So my only problem to conclude this review is should I keep it on the rubber, which I really like the look of, or am I going to be obsessing over that slight itch on the bottom of my wrist and on the palm of my hand? Or is it in my imagination? I don't know. I'll update you on that. But beautiful, beautiful watch. Let me see if I can give you a different angle here. There you go. That's nice. Real nice deep dish. And the only other watch, if I had to only have 2 watches in my big 6 collection, I think I would have to alternate it with, see if I can get some focus. Focus. There you go. There's my Citizen Black Pro Master. And I think this is just a masterpiece. Titanium with Duratect coating. Easy to set. I love the way they made this user-friendly for this complicated dial. So you kind of got 2 extremes. You got your black, busy pilot watch. Then you got your diver. And but I got 4 other watches I have to contend with. I don't know how I do this. First world problems, everyone. Anyways, until next time, I am out.